Let's get this party started.
I wanna touch the stars.
Welcome to the longest running daily variety show.
I wanna touch the stars. I'll take you away. Let me take you away. We'll take a long ride out of town. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. You're on your own. Say goodbye to it all for now. Find yourself in Pueblo, Colorado, yeah. Up in the clouds and climbing high. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. No looking back, no. The sun is setting, the moon is shining down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. You touch the stars before you come back down to planet. I wanna touch the stars before I come back down. You wake up in the morning, come the rising sun. You take me away again. You take me on another ride. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. Oh, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. Oh, I wanna touch the stars. Before I come back down. I wanna touch the stars. Before I come come back down. Written live.
My friends, we're at it for part 2, day 1,836 in a row of the Mark Inspire Show.
To ease my mind and help my living.
To ease my mind, to help my living day 1836. Daily, we get together here in the moment and create something. This morning it was awesome. Did a bunch of news stories and got into a couple other details. Got into some weird stuff with the earth. Don't even bother going to the end of the show. But the front end of the show was awesome. We're here. We're going to do a little jamming. I got everything working. This is actually the first time in history on the show where I got my multi-track set up. I've got everything rolling, so we're going to record a little tonight like we did last night. Last night, Trish Killian gave me a topic. It was What My Last Breath is what it was called. The song was crazy. I have not had a chance to edit it, but I was listening to it for a few minutes, and I was like, dang, this is a tune right there, you know? In fact, like the good thing about having my multi-track in here now, Zabrowski, I'm putting you on down low. I can actually play you stuff. Check this out. This is what we did last night. I don't even know if it's any good, but let's just hear it.
Keep a good run down. You can't keep a good run down. I'll fight you with my last breath.
I'll Fight You With My Last Breath was the name of the song. And I've been throwing some weird effects on it to see what that sounds like. But this is what it was, I think.
My last breath.
This is the straight up vibe without any effects.
You can't keep a good man down. You can't keep a good man down. Oh. I'll fight you with my last breath.
That's a freaking line right there. I'll tell you what, as a positivity show that's been here canceled for 5 years, I'm fighting with my last breath every single day. You should join me. Be a part of the movement that can make a real change in this world. At least my hope would be that. Jacqueline Grace is in the house. Thinker's kicking it with us. Trish Killian, S. Coop, Virginia. Love it. Andrea O'Neill doing it. In the background with the fam and friends, Modoc Roughstock. Guys, you can't get into it unless you get into it. You know what I mean? I dropped today a new series that I'll be doing. I'm going to play it here for you so you guys can see. It's called Chasing History. Here's the thought. I don't know why I started thinking about digging into history and figuring out where we come from. It's kind of part of that chat I was telling you shouldn't go see from earlier today, but just trying to really delve in on where we actually do come from. My 1775 Bible says something, but then also the the Epic of Gilgamesh has a little bit of detail. Actually, it's like 38 pages long, so I think we should read it. The Apocrypha. There's all these, and then there's the Gabata Beta, something like that. I can't think of what it's called, but it's like an Indian history book that's a tablet that shares their Indian history. And all these stories have a flood. And there's the creation stories. I don't know if it's a man and woman started everything in all of their stories, but there's absolutely a flood in most of these stories. So I want to dig in and find all of those little details. I want to read all of the stories for you as far as, you know, what we know. And then we could see if we could branch off and find out any more about these characters from the past, about these events from the past. I'm pretty certain now that I'm starting to think about the things I was taught as a kid. Once they get you to go against your senses and agree with something that's totally nuts, that makes no sense, then from there, I just don't even know what they push through, you know? And so the reality is we need to relearn history. We need to chase history to find out what really happened. And because I have this new app that allows me to read you the complete stories, and add my own little style to it. We're going to get into it. It's not going to be a little puff piece. Every single story is going to be fire. It's going to be long. And now I figured out how to put video behind me instead of just pictures. So guys, it's a freaking wrap. Like, we're going to have some cool episodes. Every single one's going to be awesome. So I would say, if you can, subscribe. Turn on notifications on the Mark Inspires channel on YouTube. You could also subscribe to the Mark Inspires TV channel. That's our backup just in case YouTube officially cancels me. I have been canceled by them since 2019. My reason? Comedy. Yeah. Comedy and satire was the culprit that got me put into the cage of death. And you know what? I am so thankful that every time I turn up and I look, I see Virginia and I see Modoc and S-Coop and Wharton Fissel. And you know, I'm starting to see a lot of really cool new names in the chat too, like Amy WC. And I mean, I can't sit here in the moment and just start knocking off names. King Kong's in the morning shows. And we got our brother Ryan. I'm totally brained out right now, guys. So that's what I wanted to tell you. It's like, I don't know if it's going to be a very long show because I'm pretty freaking beat. We've been doing like 4 hours every day, and I'm still out there selling real estate. So I'm coming in the morning and trying to do 40 minutes, half hour, and I do an hour and 20. And then at the end of the day, we did 2 hours last night, and I was working on real estate after. So I was totally beat this morning when I started the show. And I said, I'm like, look, guys, don't know how long I could keep up this 2 shows a day. I'm trying my best to do it for you, believe me. It's tough, though, to do it this long. I really have to be disciplined and say, all right, 48 minutes, let's start wrapping it up. But usually it's like 56 minutes, and I'm like, all right, let's wrap it up. I've got to get done before an hour. And then I go on to some tangent for 45 minutes. We write a song or a piece of comedy, and it's like 2 hours. And those do not get shown by YouTube. So we want to try to keep it at an area that gets us some new people to come in and join this family. It is the only show that's been live every day and will be live every day forever, hopefully. This is so out of tune, it's not even funny. It's gonna get totally whacked after the first 5 minutes of playing too, because my warm body is going to mess with the neck. why everything's so low. I think that's it. This is a crazy thing. What is this? I don't love it. BeatSeat in here, what would that sound like? It's not perfect, but whatever. With me. It's gotta be on like that. It's gotta. It's a funk beat, guys. I gotta get this down. Almost there. It's gotta be just tight and freaking hot like that. Just popping it. Just pop it, dude. What the freaking hell? It shouldn't be there. Let's just make sure it's not there before we go and add it again. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it takes you 19 hours, but you get it in. And now we got a song. It's that easy, guys. Sometimes you got to work for it. Yeah, the good stuff comes to those that put in the sweat. Yeah, you can't get your feet wet. No, unless you get going, you get throwing. You gotta fail before you succeed. Need something hot in here.
take your shoes off, stay a while. Oh, I swear I'm gonna bring a smile to your face. Can't replace a positivity show. No, you could try, but you're gonna go down a level. Sometimes you got to dig deep, yeah, you can get the sleep. No, you got to keep your eyes open, yeah, 'cause someone coming from the backside. You got to protect yourself at all times. You strapped, yo, you got to lock yourself, yeah, protect yourself from going through this. This soul extermination of wealth, yeah.
This is like an in the pocket tune, man. I'll tell you. I don't know what the hook is gonna be yet, but there's something coming. Jacqueline Grace, I'm so happy you're here with us. You've missed hundreds of songs, sister. Hundreds of songs. We've been writing like crazy, right, guys? Touch the Stars. It's funny, all the stuff we write here is just insane. It's like, I can't believe this is live stuff sometimes. I'm like, what the freaking hell? Like this one, I haven't even listened to some of this stuff lately because we've been just moving forward. But this song right here, I think, is life changing, for me at least. I don't know why I love this song so much. Probably because it's, yeah, I don't know. Every song that you listen to here is at 432 hertz. So that's a healing frequency if you didn't know that. So every night, like even what you just heard right there, the music you were just listening to is coming at you at 432 hertz. And whether or not it truly is healing you, I believe it's more pleasing than when I was playing at 440. I can feel it. I can feel a difference in the tone of my guitar. And everything else, my voice is now coming at you guys at 432 when I'm singing. So you're not only getting, I mean, this is the one thing I always think about. Yeah, you're getting 432 music coming at you, but sometimes I'm singing with so much passion, guys. Sometimes there's so much coming out of me. And it's coming right at you at 432 hertz. So when I'm feeling like in that note that I'm singing and belting with everything that I am, that one note can change the existence of life for every soul on earth. That's how I feel when I'm in the middle of it. And then I'm like, okay, and the connection is that it's also the tone, the feeling, it's all being received by you at 432 hertz, and it's something that the frequency alone has potential, but add the factor in of passion and love and heart, and I think that there's a factor you can't really put onto paper with it's not something you could easily factor in. You can't really sit there and do the math on that one. It reminds me of my other concept that, like, we're here, you guys are with me, and like when you are with me here in the moment and we allow things like that to take place, the Creator is with us, because when two or more are with me, or two or more gathered in my name, what I think the Lord's name is the moment. I've heard so many really cool ways of understanding this, but our breath is the Lord's name. Every time I breathe in and breathe out, I'm saying the Lord's name, Yahweh. It's there. Every breath of my life. The first thing I said was God's name. The last thing I'll say is God's name. And so when I'm in the moment breathing his name, and so are you, and we're together, and then I'm creating something with you in that moment when the Creator's with us, in our breath, and our breaths or our spirits are synchronized. It's you and me multiplied by the power of God. And people don't understand how powerful that is. But you guys do, because you're here and you feel it when we're in the middle of those moments. It's us together with the Creator of this universe. Every time it happens. And the feeling there, and this is what I think is going to be very beneficial to people out there that are in need of a family or in need of community, is it's such a powerful feeling to receive. The music, the moments, but it becomes more powerful when you realize it's happening live. You're there, very present with that creation. And I think that God's like watching and enjoying. Because sometimes it's like we're on to something, man. And I know it's not just me and you that are watching this, He may be the only other, but there's definitely moments when we're here and he's in our presence, because most of the stuff that has happened here has only been by the grace of God. I can't explain any other thing. I mean, I was created by him, and then he has me here every day of my life trying to make a difference, and then these songs come out of me, and all I could say is, thank you, Lord. Thank you for giving me another. Thank you for giving me another opportunity to write something like this.
My last breath.
This is Trish Killian just give me a title, but a title's only a title if you can't turn it into this.
I'll fight you with my last breath.
I will fight with my last breath to protect you guys from the lies of this world.
You can't keep a good man.
You can't keep a good man down, no.
I'll fight you with my last breath. You can't keep a good man down.
I gotta edit this, guys.
I'll fight you with my last breath.
The creator was with us last night when I wrote this song.
You can't keep.
Better believe it. Listen to this. This is live in the moment.
I'll fight you with my last breath. You can't keep a good man down. I'll fight you with my last breath.
Guys, that song has so much potential right there. Oh my goodness. But all the songs in this show are just like that, where they speak to being brave in a time where you are supposed to shudder and hang out in a house and not speak out against things you think are against your freedoms and your right to breathe. And I mean that in the most literal of ways. If you can't go out there and be yourself, you are not breathing. You are holding your breath everywhere you go. I have to say, it's the frustration is huge, but at the end of it, man, I got to tell you, yeah, there's a lot of stress in everyone's life, especially I have stress, but the fact that I can say how I feel and I don't have to worry about somebody going and canceling me literally and getting me taken off the air because they don't find me is like fucking amazing. You know what I mean? Like I'm able to show up here every day and say exactly how I feel. And I got it all right over the last 5 years. If you go back and push play on any of my shows, you'll see I was live the day that they told you whatever freaking lie they told you, and I made comedy about it. I had Donald Trump calling me on a daily basis, poking fun at every lie we were being told in the news.
Oh, hey, Bark, it's Donald J. Trump. I'm winning big league. I'm here with Melania. She's in the gold toilet. I told you, no, Melania, don't go near the gold toilet. We don't allow Slovenians near the gold toilet. You have oil in your poop, and no poop-a-doops in the gold toilet.
But Trump would call me, and it was literally he'd be in the corner of the screen, and I made these face swaps every single day, and I would interact with the fake Trump that was calling me with these face swaps. And there's probably some of the best comedy in history that was done that year, but they put me in a hole so deep, and they said, look, we'll cancel this guy before he could be found. And then I think they just forgot I was there, or they just didn't give a shit, and they were like, let's just leave him there, But that's the reality. And it was over satire. It was over satire. That's the craziest thing. Like, I'm going to play you one of the Donald Trump shows so you can see why they canceled me. And then you'd be like, well, you were dead on with what you were making comedy about. That's probably why, buddy. But it's still not right. Satire has always been appreciated. We're in a very, very awkward time in history where morons without a funny bone are being listened to. And you have people out there who are funny. And the reason they're funny is because they push the envelope. And then some stupid idiot is literally going from club to club looking for reasons to start problems, to rip someone down, to cancel their career because they think that they're against their protected group or whatever. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. I have to tell you something. When you intend to change society, you better expect comedians to make fun of you. It's just the way it is, okay? But that's our job. Our job is to point out the insane in the lives that we are living. You can't go on and pretend it doesn't exist. That's like a different time in history, and it wasn't a good time, people. You want to be able to have free speech, and you want comedians to have free speech. This is the overarching message to every single person out there who goes to a comedy show. Enjoy the show. If you're offended, walk out the back and shut your fucking mouth. That's it. Nobody gives a shit about your complaint. It's a comedy show. If you have thin skin and you can't handle it, that's on you. And you could go talk to your friends about it, but I don't want to hear about it in the news. I don't want to hear about how everybody's protesting because of a joke that was said. You need to drop your sensitivities. We used to have thick skin. Now, if the wind blows, people get cut. Oh, it's too windy. It just kicked in. The wind just kicked in. It's too windy. I need to be in a complete, windless environment. With your non-skin body, you're like this weirdo with no skin, People like walking by like, what the fuck is wrong with that guy with the no skin over there? Yeah, I know. Didn't you see him? It looked like a creep. And then he is a creep too, because he just doesn't get life, Thin skin. Guys, look, there are things that offend me. And that's why I want to just be completely honest about this. Everybody in the chat right now knows my heart. Even Jacqueline Grace, she's been gone for a little bit, but Jacqueline knows my heart. My heart is for everybody's peace. It's for everybody's happiness. That's why I exist, is to provide a avenue for you to find your happiness. No matter who you love, no matter who you want to be with. And I implore you to be with whoever makes you happy. Like I want you to go out there and find that person that makes you tick. It could be the same sex. It could be whatever. But I want you to find that person. What I think you need to understand, though, is someone like me who is not only tolerant, but open to all possibilities is also like, you ever heard that saying where it's like you never want to push a nice guy too far type of thing? You don't want to see the bad side of a nice guy, that whole thing. There's like this weird phrase. I don't know how to explain it, but people who, they think you're pushover. That's the thing. They think you're a pushover because you do nice things for people. You show up every day, to do these shows. And they're like, oh, he's a pushover. We could take advantage of him. I mean, that's what people really think in life, is they're calculated. They're calculated about every decision, and they're like, I could take advantage of Mark because he's a pushover. The reality is this. I am the most positive person on planet Earth. I am ready to connect that bridge for any soul on planet Earth, really. But if you cross me, like, I can't tell you, like, I could be freaking vengeful when it comes down to someone doing me wrong. And that's just because I am a nice person and I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Like, for example, I had Cablevision over, or Optimum, like 5 times last week. I tipped both guys, and then a third person came, and I was like, I'm supposed to tip people for not even getting the job done? They're like, you're not supposed to tip anybody. I'm like, people come to my house to give me a service. I feel like I can't let them leave without a tip. But so, like, finally at the very end, they were like, well, sir, and they if you guys watch this, they cut my service off. They didn't even see my service. It was during the snowstorm. The guy did it. He lied to me, told me there was a tech coming at 8 o'clock. So that threw me over the edge. Like, I'm here doing this show every day trying to provide a path to truth. And then I get on the phone with some guy and he lies right to me and tells me there's a tech coming in 15 minutes. He just disconnected me from the internet when I was live on the internet. I had internet. And he f***ed it all up. And so I was like, the lady, she calls me 2 days ago and she says, look, I just wanted to apologize about what happened with Gary. He's new. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, regardless, new or not, I don't think the guy should lose his job. But you should explain to him, if you fuck up, just take responsibility. Sir, I made a mistake. I asked you to do something. You shouldn't have done a hard reset. You were connected. My bad. And she goes, I listened to the message. I said, you did. Interesting. How many times did I ask him, are you sure you want me to disconnect myself from the internet that I'm connected to right now? And he said, yes. How many? She goes, yeah, you said it a few times. And I was like, well, what are we talking about here? But so basically she was very kind to call me, but I did have to lay it out for her that, he needs to understand something crucial, especially if you're new on the job. Whatever you do winds up being on the reputation of your company. And I said to her, I was like, everybody I spoke to at Optimum has been amazing, except for this freaking guy. Disconnected me from the internet. He lied to me, literally right on the phone multiple times. And so I was like, I really want to hear that message and play it for you guys. So he lied to me multiple times. And then it took another day and a half for the system to get locked in. And so I just I had it. And they're like, well, sir, well, maybe you could just wait till Monday. I'm like, you motherfucker, are you kidding me? I had internet on Saturday morning. You want me to wait till Monday? and potentially lose my streak. I've been here for 1,835 at the time. It's like 1,834 days in a row. We're here 36 today. I'm not going to lose my streak because of you, Optimum. We went live anyway without all my effects. It worked out. I didn't even know if I'd be able to go live that night because it was a snowstorm. But we had no internet. So, man, I just realized we rocked out on that tune and I didn't even multi-track it. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. We're here, 55 minutes right now. This is when we start to do the wind down. And then here's the other thing. I want to get to a time where you guys are like, oh, the show's over. I can't wait to be at the 9 a.m. show tomorrow. Right? Guys, 9 a.m. I will be live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Every morning at 9 a.m. now. I'm playing you guys this real quick. We're not going yet. Don't get fresh. I just was trying to make a point, okay? I'll probably be here till midnight now. It's probably already midnight. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, it's 12, 10. All right, I want you guys to watch this with me. Let me know what you think. I didn't really edit this one, but I did clean it up for other platforms.
In Stonehenge.
Come on, this is coming from the guy who uses...
What if we deep dive into where we actually come from, and we look at some of the ancient stories like the Epic of Gilgamesh, and figure out if there's any history that ties into today? And maybe they're not just stories. Maybe there's history that can connect us to our origin. There are many ancient texts that talk about a flood, and I want to start seeing if we can find those references as we go through these stories. So this one here, let's start with the one that I'm most curious about, the Epic of Gilgamesh. We could find information everywhere on Gilgamesh, but I wanted to make sure we kept it concise and didn't go with any offhanded theories. So I went to something simple.
Whippity-picky!
The Epic of Gilgamesh is an epic poem from ancient Mesopotamia. The literary history of Gilgamesh begins with 5 Sumerian poems about Bilgamesh, Sumerian for Gilgamesh, king of Uruk, dating from the 3rd dynasty Ur, 2100 BC. Best copies were discovered in the library ruins of the 7th century BC Assyrian king Ashurbanipal. The first half of the story discusses Gilgamesh, who was king of Uruk, and Enkidu, a wild man created by the gods to stop Gilgamesh from oppressing the people of Uruk. After Enkidu becomes civilized through sexual initiation with Shamhat, he travels to Uruk, where he challenges Gilgamesh to a test of strength. Gilgamesh wins the contest nonetheless, but the two become friends. Together, they make a 6-day journey to the legendary cedar forest, where they plan to slay the guardian, Hambaba the Terrible, and cut down the sacred cedar. The goddess Ishtar sends the bull of heaven to punish Gilgamesh for spurning her advances. Gilgamesh and Enkidu kill the bull of heaven, after which the gods decide to sentence Enkidu to death, and they kill him. In the second half of the epic, distress over Enkidu's death causes Gilgamesh to undertake a long and perilous journey to discover the secret to eternal life. He eventually learns that life which you look for, you will never find, for when the gods created man, they let death be his share. Nevertheless, because of his great building projects, his account of Siduri's advice, and what the immortal man Utnapishtim told him about the Great Flood. There we go, guys. Reference to the Great Flood. Gilgamesh's fame survived well after his death, with expanding interest in his story. In 2008, manuscripts from the Median Babylonian version were found in Ugarit. I'm not sure if we should read the entire story of Gilgamesh, but I think it's really cool to at least get an overview of who Gilgamesh was and the fact that that story is referenced in the Bible. We're going to see if we could tie the two together on my 1775 Bible, so stay tuned. But this is at least just an entry into what I'm considering to be a deep dive into history. Let's see what we could uncover about our origins. Are we really from a Big Bang? Are we possibly created just like it said in the Bible? Does the story of Gilgamesh have any weight? Is there anything that we could tie to Anunnakis? I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to look into it. I want to read the story of the Anunnaki next, so make sure you subscribe and follow. I am live every single day on YouTube at 9 a.m. and at 10:30 p.m. So if you'd like to join, I'm going to be reading some of these stories. We create songs in the moment, comedy, and we try to lift each other up in a world that's dying. So let's connect, and make sure you tell a couple people, I'm here every day, 5 years in a row. Hope to see you later.
Oh, goodness. My car was shutting off when I finished up that little bit at the end there. So, guys, I do want to possibly share this with you, so at least you can watch. Jacqueline, you rock. So glad you were here tonight. I'm playing you guys. I don't know if I want to play this for you, but I want to give this to you at least so you could at least have it. Hilaria Baldwin. It's one of the most hilarious things I've ever done. I kind of want to watch it, guys. I think we're going to watch it. I'm watching it. We're putting it on. I got work to do anyway, so you guys can watch this while I get work in. Jacqueline,
Baldwin also asserted in the New York Times interview that her inability to remember the word cucumber on the Today Show came from stage fright. You know, she was just frightened. You know, I mean, look, she's out there and he couldn't remember. Como se dice? She goes, como se dice? She said, como se dice? Yeah, I couldn't remember. I got nervous, so I spoke Spanish. Hilarious. What did you say, hilarious? Okay, here we go. Baldwin asserted that she basically forgot cucumber and said, como se dice, the thing that I use when I can't find my 97-year-old actor husband. Oh, that's right. A como se dice is a cucumber. On the Today Show, she had stage fright, went to Spanish. Stage fright, some people go, she goes to Spanish. Anyway, guys, hilarious. Guys, this next story is hilarious. Alec Baldwin and wife Hilaria celebrate her 40th birthday with a dinner and Baldwinito dance party.
But she's not from Spain.
Oh, yeah, no, I guess they're still sticking with the charade. Hilaria, look, we'll go with the made-up persona. 2024. She'd still pretend to be from some random, like Central American city. Where did she say she's from? Let's just check real quick. Hold on. Let's see where Hilaria's from. We have to incorporate this into the bit. So, Hilaria. Let's go down the rabbit hole here, people. Let's see what it still says about her. Because we now know it's been determined she's absolutely not from wherever the hell she said she's from. She's from, like, Queens. Hilaria Baldwin. Let's see. Let's get the Wikipedia on Hilaria Baldwin. We might as well. As the sleuth, as the Mark Inspire sleuth here, giving you the news, the full detailed news. That's why you tune into my program, because every day I hit you with a full news story, not some BS. Hey guys, check it out. Hilaria Baldwin, still pretending that she's from the country she said she was from. We still have to figure out what that is. So let's get into it. Here we go. Hilaria Baldwin, born Hillary Lynn Hayward Thomas. At least Wikipedia is getting it right. She's not BSing Wikipedia anymore. She's an American yoga instructor, entrepreneur, and podcast and author. She was the co-founder of a chain of New York-based yoga studios called Yoga Vida. Yoga Vida, I wonder why she went with that name. And she's released an exercise DVD and a wellness-focused book, guys. She has been married to actor Alec Baldwin since 2012 through the whole Rust ordeal. Baldwin, who is from the United States as well. She's vacationed in Spain in her youth, has at times represented herself as being from Spain. Now, at times, did she pretend that she was from Spain when she met you? Inquiring minds want to know. Anyway, apparently, yes, she did, because he thought she was from Spain as well until it came out. And then, we all are like, well, she's not from Spain. Her best friend from high school is like, that's Hillary. Anyway, let's get back into the story here. We're not even into the story. We're into the half story right now. It spurred accusations of cultural appropriation or identity hoaxing, which... hilarious. I mean, Hilaria, right? Hillary. Baldwin was born Hillary Lynn Thomas in Massachusetts on January 6th, 1984. Guys, January 6th. Different year, but same type of insanity, right? I mean, I'm the Hilaria. No, it is hilarious that you're not who you said you were to your husband. Anyway, Baldwin claims that she was raised in Spanish-speaking household and traveled to Spain annually. So that just made her Spanish, guys. She stated that she had been vegetarian since age 5 and Spanish since age 9. No.
Guys, she's the gift that keeps on giving.
Maybe she was 15 when she decided to be
comedy
Spanish.
ever, I think.
We don't really know. I
Let's
was
keep
older
going.
because her high school friends said her name was not. Anyway, here we go. She's Hillary. Here we go. Back into it. Mark Inspires sleuthing it. We're sleuthing the news. I think I should wear the hat for the news all the time now. When you're sleuthing it. What's that? Oh, yeah. No, I'll get back into it. Sorry about that. Here we go. Her paternal grandfather was David
I just want to point out that I made a short and I added that character in. I should just do it real quick so you guys can hear it. Hold on, I'm on.
But Lloyd Thomas doesn't sound very Spanish to me. I don't know. You guys let me know. Maybe I'll get back into it. Sorry about that.
Hold on.
Here we go. Her paternal grandfather was David Lloyd Thomas. She was 15 when she decided to be Spanish. We don't really know. It was older because her high school friends said her name was not. Anyway, here we go. She's Hillary. Here we go. Back into it. Mark Inspires sleuthing it. You know, we're sleuthing the news, you know. I think I should wear the hat for the news all the time now. When you're sleuthing it.
So then what
happened? Yeah, no, I'll get back into it. Sorry about that. Here we go. Her paternal grandfather was David Lloyd Thomas. Doesn't sound very Spanish to me. I don't know. You guys let me know. Maybe Thomas is a Spanish name. I could be proven wrong. It could be a Spanish name. And I'm here looking like a horse's patoot. You know? Anyway, backstory, very important stuff going on here. It's hilarious. As a career, she started yoga at the age of 20 while attending New York University. Baldwin opened her first yoga studio, the Yoga Vita, in 2009 along with Mike Patton in the West Village of New York, which eventually opened up 3 other locations in NoHo, Dumbo, and Tribeca. Those aren't, cartoon characters from Disney. Those are actually locations in New York City and Brooklyn. Which, guys, I know because I sell real estate. Give me a call. Let me know. I can help you anywhere in the country. It costs you nothing. Let me DM me. I'll explain it all. Anyway, guys, Tribeca Citizen wrote in 2016 that their location had a range of classes, including I'm from Spain. That was like a whole new thing that they were trying to offer as like a new program. You could be from Spain too, 2024, when you do 2024 deal, you could be what you want. You could be from Spain. On October 2013, Baldwin released an exercise DVD called Home with Hilaria Baldwin, Fit Mommy to Paternal Yoga. Alec appears during a 5-minute bonus section where she does like a Mexican dance. In 2014, El Pais described Baldwin as the Gwyneth Paltrow of New York City in reference to being a working, wealthy mother. But she's like Gwyneth Paltrow of that, Anyway, guys, Baldwin wrote a book called The Living Clearly Method, which was released in 2016. In that one, you have to pretend you're from a different location on planet Earth. And when you do that, you can think clearly. That's just the preface. I just looked it up. Here we go. 2017 awarded Wellness Foundation's Illumination Award. Illuminati gave that to her as well. She got the double-decker style. In 2018, Baldwin partnered with podcaster Daphne Oos and created Mom Brain, a motherhood-focused podcast. Refinery 29 described as deep dive into every single corner of motherhood. Pretending you're from somewhere else is lesson number 4. Ranging from serious moments to hilarious ones. No pun intended. Actually, they wrote that, not me. It literally says it right there. Moments to the hilarious ones. And everything in between, the non-hilarious ones, The two hosts went on to record the Rachel Ray Show in 2018 to talk about the project. And then, look, I'm not going to go through this all. I don't give a crap. Her career is not as exciting as Gwyneth Paltrow. I worked cross-eyed Brad Pitt. She married Alec Baldwin and took his money and opened up yoga studios. She's the Gwyneth Paltrow of the yoga studio game. Anyway, guys, you heard the comparison here first, about that. You were trying to figure out, how do I compare the fame, the notoriety, and integrity of Hilaria? I got to figure that one out. I'm not sure what to do. I'm going to see if I can get some comments from you guys on that one. Maybe you can let me know. How am I supposed to handle that one? Because I can't. Personal life in 2011, she met Alec Baldwin. Ooh, wait a second. Okay, I gotta rewind. She opened up a yoga studio before she met Alec Baldwin, so I'm wrong about that. Okay, she opened up a couple of yoga studios. Still not the Gwyneth Paltrow. 3. She had 3 yoga studios with Michael Mike Patton. when Mike Patton, reaches out to you and says, look, we want to bring like a, we want to get some sort of Latin vibe in there. Can you come in, Hilaria, and do your thing? Give us that Latin vibe, because you're from Spain. So you give us this like Spanish, down to the roots. We're speaking Latin again. We're not even speaking Spanish. We're going all the way back to Latin, and we want everybody in, but we need that vibe. And I know you got it, because your roots are Latin in nature, because you're from Spain. In her book, Baldwin recounted she suffered health issues and was miserable to the point that she created a whole new identity. Why am I looking at that camera? It's this camera I'm supposed to be looking at. Baldwin struggled with anorexia nervosa and bulimia in high school and in her early 20s. Baldwin stated she started getting better when she started thinking of weight and health separately. After her husband, Alec Baldwin, accidentally fatally shot cinematographer Helena Hutchins with a prop gun in October 2021, Baldwin posted on her Instagram, "My heart is with Helena, her husband, her son, their family, and loved ones, and my Alec." She, of course, said it with a Spanish accent. Guys, allegations of cultural appropriation. In December 2020, a Twitter user accused Baldwin of impersonating a Spanish person and posted a number of video clips of Baldwin speaking with a contrived Spanish accent, including a clip from the Today Show in which Baldwin seemingly forgot the English word for cucumber. The tweets prompted a number of news articles and accusations of cultural appropriation. Since at other times she was heard speaking American accented English, her agency's website listed her birthplace as Mallorca rather than Boston. I guess you could get a Boston accent from a Spanish accent. You go fucking check out the sax. I'll meet you there. I'll get a fucking hot dog, right? We're there in the fucking stands together. And we're there doing, how you like them apples, right? You better go fucking watch the sax, all right? Everybody's having a good time. I went into a little Dick Face in that one. That's my original character, Dick Face, at the very end there with the, have a good time, right? How dare you? Hold on, no. That's more of a Bronx vibe we do. Check it out on my YouTube channel, The Mark Inspire Show, live every day since December 31st, 2018. The Atlantic listed Baldwin as an identity hoaxer, alongside with Rachel Dolezal and Jessica Krug. Criticism of Baldwin as a hoaxer has expanded to conspiracy theories about other aspects of her life. Baldwin responded to identities as white. Her ethnic background includes many things, including going to Spain, so therefore I'm Spanish. That you could just claim things now. This is the issue with Society 2024. You can't pretend you're from Spain, from Mallorca, when you're from Boston, Massachusetts, and getting a fucking hot dog, right? I mean, what are we talking about? Face, again, he comes back out. Baldwin also asserted in the New York Times interview that her inability to remember the word cucumber on the Today Show came from stage fright. She was just frightened. I mean, look, she's out there and he couldn't remember. ¿Cómo se dice? She goes, ¿Cómo se dice? She said, ¿Cómo se dice? Yeah, I couldn't remember. I got nervous, so I spoke Spanish. Hilarious. What did you say, hilarious? Okay, here we go. Baldwin asserted that she basically forgot cucumber and said, ¿Cómo se dice? The thing that I use when I can't find my 97-year-old actor husband. Oh, that's right. A ¿Cómo se dice is a cucumber. On the Today Show, she had stage fright, went to Spanish. Stage fright, some people go, she goes to Spanish. Anyway, guys, hilarious. She is bilingual, and her accent comes and goes depending on stress and other factors. In 2021, July 2021, Baldwin described herself as a multi and culturally fluid. What in the freaking hell is that? Again, guys, people could say whatever the hell they want as long as you don't say anything about it. If you allow people to say that they could be multi and culturally fluid because she went to Spain for a month for a few years, we are living in the Twilight Zone, okay? This girl literally speaks Spanish and then she says, oh, I was nervous. So I didn't know what a cucumber was. No, the follow-up question should be, so then why did you say ¿Cómo se dice? Why didn't you say, what's that word? What's that word again? What's that wad? What's that wad? Well, you couldn't go with a Boston? You had to go, "Como se dice, you know? We see you. We know what you're doing, Hilaria, and it's freaking hilarious. So now let's move forward. We have to see, what does this all mean? Why did you do the story, Mark? Well, because, guys, Alec Baldwin and his wife, Hilaria, celebrate her 40th birthday with a dinner and Baldwinito dance party. Baldwinito, here we go, guys. I love you, Hilaria. I'm trying to do Alec Baldwin. And I am more grateful for you now than anything I've ever known. Alec wrote in his wife's birthday tribute. Hilaria Baldwin rang in 4 decades with the entire Baldwin bundle. Little Baldwinita party. She's still going with it, guys. That's my point here. On Saturday, Hilaria celebrated her 40th birthday with husband Alec Baldwin, Rust Shooter, and their 7 kids by her side. And the night culminated with a Baldwinito dance party. That's right, guys. I know you didn't get a ticket. I didn't get a ticket to the Baldwinito dance party. Per her request, she wanted it to be a Baldwinito dance party. Remember, guys, when she gets nervous, she goes Spanish instead of getting, stop speaking. Alex, 65, celebrated with his wife on Instagram with a photo of the couple at her celebratory dinner, which was held at Bond Street Hudson Yards, a Japanese restaurant in New York City. In the photo, the actor wrapped his arms around his Spanish wife. I mean, his Boston American wife, Massachusetts born. Spanish, culturally fluid Spanish. I don't know what the hell we call it anymore. She's sporting a sparkling gold and black dress, guys, for the birthday night out. It was made by Federico Fatatute. You should get one of his dresses. It's beautiful. Thanks to our good friends at Bond Street, Hudson Yards, for the nicest evening and parties ever, He wrote alongside the shot.
Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
The actor also shared a heartfelt tribute to his wife of 11 years on Instagram, which I read to you already, but I guess I can read it to you one more time. This was on Instagram. Today is the birthday of the woman who is the blessing that begot all other of my blessings. Oof. Really? Is the Rust shooting included? I'm not sure. I love you, Hilaria. And I am more grateful. More of the 40th birthday celebration was posted on Hilaria's own Instagram, as you're probably seeing some pictures of over my head right now. I like to keep you moving with the visual interpretation of the story I'm telling. So on her Instagram, she reposted a video that showed her blowing out her candles of 4 different cakes from the 4 different locations in Spain. She said she was from Mallorca and, Madrid, that's a really small village. I'm not sure if you'll be able to find it on a map. Hilaria also documented her final hurrah of the evening, some quality time at home with her children. Still wearing her sparkly birthday dress from Skaptubi. What was his name again? I don't remember what his name was. But guys, we make him up in the moment. I'm trying to catch, because I'm reading a teleprompter here, guys, okay? You got to make sure you get his dress, okay? Still wearing her sparkling gown from Hilaria danced and spun with her pajama-clad kiddos, while in the final frame, they posed for a sweet group family photo. Baldwinito, I love you, and I love you, she captioned to the post. Thank you for your kind birthday wishes. Let's have an amazing year. And then Hilaria and Alec, they tied the knot. This is the best part. Hilaria, we're still going with it. Hilaria and Alec, who tied the knot in 2012, share 3 daughters. Carmen Gabriela, she's 10. Maria Lucia Victoria, 2. And Ilaria Catalina Reina. I gotta get, okay, hold on. And 3 sons, Rafael Thomas at 8, Leonardo Angel Charles at 7, and Romeo Alejandro David at 5. Oh, I'm sorry. And Eduardo Idu Pau Lucas, he's 3 years old. Guys, so they went with names that are Spanish still, even though we knew and found out that she's full of shit. 15-month-old kid with the name. What was that name? Hold on. Catalina Arena. Guys, Catalina Arena, 15 months old. After it was determined that she's full of, totally full of hilarious. 7 kids, all of them with extremely Spanish-sounding names. She's not from Spain. Not from Spain, she's from Massachusetts. Everybody's got a weird name like Catarina, Papadija. Guys, Alec is also a father to Ireland Baldwin, 27, with ex-wife Kim Basinger. Remember her? And grandfather to Ireland's daughter, Holland, 7 months old. So, pretty cool. His grandpa, he's got a Spanish, I don't know what the hell she is. She's multiculturally fluid. Whatever that is. 2024. Again, guys, if you don't call out insanity, then you wind up losing it all. Okay? Hilarious, right? I'm not sure how you feel about these stories. I like to keep you in the loop and then also give you the full breakdown. So this was an interesting one. I like to incorporate some comedy whenever there's an opportunity to do so. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the Mark Inspires News. Join us. I'm live every day since December 31st, 2018. This right here is very much what the show is about. It's living in the moment and taking something and making some comedy out of it, writing some songs, and stepping away from this negative world for just a few minutes. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you on YouTube in the chat. Subscribe and turn on all notifications. The link is in my bio. I'll see you there twice a day during the week, guys. 9 a.m. every morning. Let's get this party started with some inspiration and positivity every day at 9. Share and follow for more.
Oh, goodness.
An exhausted Alec Baldwin is photographed in the Hamptons and hides his face.
Exhausted Alec Baldwin. There's Elgato. There's no signal from Elgato again, guys. We're doing the Elgato. Sometimes we've got an Elgato going. Oh, Jacqueline, I'm so happy you enjoyed it. Sometimes you do it. Sometimes you do it. You create a silly comedy. What I'm really excited about now, and I don't think I could do it with the Hilaria bit. I did, and I'll see if I could find it for you real quick, because I think I did a pretty good job of making a better version of that one section where I'm kind of trailing off talking about wearing the hat. Let me see if I could find it. Why is there... Okay, I have to update the page, guys. Refresh it. Let me see if I can show this one to you, because I really think it's probably one of the funniest things. Where are you? I think this may be the one. Let's just check. I think it's one of the funniest things, just because when you're an idiot and you believe that you're from a different place just because you went there.
On the Today Show, she had stage fright, went to Spanish. Stage fright, some people go, she goes to Spanish. Anyway, guys, hilarious. She is bilingual, and her accent comes and goes depending on stress and other factors. In 2021, July 2021, Baldwin described herself as a multi and culturally fluid. What in the freaking hell is that? Again, guys, people could say whatever the hell they want as long as you don't say anything about it. If you allow people to say that they could be multi and culturally fluid because she went to Spain for a month for a few years, we are living in the Twilight Zone. Okay? This girl literally speaks Spanish, and then she says, I was nervous. So I didn't know what a cucumber was. No, the follow-up question should be, so then why did you say como se dice? Why didn't you say, what's that word? What's that word again?
What's that fucking word?
Hillary Lynn Hayward Thomas. At least Wikipedia's getting it right. She's not BSing Wikipedia anymore. She's an American yoga instructor, entrepreneur, and podcast and author. She was the co-founder of a chain of New York-based yoga studios called Yoga Vida. Yoga Vida, I wonder why she went with that name. And she's released an exercise DVD and a wellness-focused book, guys. She has been married to actor Alec Baldwin since 2012 through the whole Rust ordeal. Baldwin, who is from the United States as well. She vacationed in Spain in her youth,
has at times represented herself as being from Spain. Now, at times, did she pretend that she was from Spain when she met you? Inquiring minds want to know.
I gotta
In
find this
2018, Baldwin partnered with podcaster Daphne Oos and created Mom Brain, a motherhood-focused podcast. Refinery 29 described as deep dive into every single corner of
I
motherhood.
can't find it. I don't know where the hell it is. I wanted to find it for you because I did a pretty cool version of this where I threw in the right bit. I should have done it for the full. I just didn't think about it until after. Is this it? Trips to Spain don't make you Spanish. I'll give you guys these little shorts as well. Oh, did I give you the actual bit? The Hilaria Baldwin bit? I'd like you to watch the full one or at least leave a comment on it. I think there's only 160.
Baldwin claims that she was raised in Spanish-speaking household and traveled to Spain annually, so that just made her Spanish, guys. She stated that she had been vegetarian since age 5 and Spanish since age 9. No, whatever. She just made that up anytime. Maybe she was 15 when she decided to be Spanish. We don't really know. Mark Inspires sleuthing it. You know, we're sleuthing the news, you know. I think I should wear the hat for the news all the time now. When you're sleuthing it.
So what happened?
What's that? Oh, yeah. No, I'll get back into it. Sorry about that. Here we go.
That was
Her
perfect.
paternal grandfather was David.
So that's all. I wanted
Tom.
you to see it. I did a better version. So what happened? And that's Leroy. We got a new character on the show. New character unlocked. Leroy. You know? He's in the background smoking cigars and crack with Hunter B. It's his dealer, really. That's why I get all the information. I know everything that's going on because of Leroy, you know? Anyway, guys, I think we did it. I was going to play you Frequency and Vibration. I had a lot of things planned for you, but we did an hour and 26 minutes. Guys, 9 a.m. tomorrow. What time is it right now? Yeah, so 8 hours from now, I'll be live. 8 hours from now. If you happen to be up, I'll be on from 9 to 10. That's what I've been doing every morning. And it's news. I'll be dropping more stuff like the Gilgamesh thing with the full video vibe going on behind. And I realized I already have maybe 30 or 40 stories I can go back and pull from shows that I did where I had the background of just the story and I was reading them. I could do the same thing where I just pull myself off and drop myself in front of a bunch of videos and tell that story with a visual representation behind me like we've been doing and drop those. So we'll see. We did a really cool story about the what kind of house you want to buy. I did that this morning. I may want to cut that and drop it. Again, I'm going to just be lots of variety on these stories with a visual background now that I know how to do that. So hope you guys head over to YouTube if you haven't yet. Subscribe and turn on all notifications over there. Let's see who's here on TikTok. I got Guy Trainer. How are you, my friend? Please head over to YouTube and join us. The link is in the bio. And let me see who else is kicking it with us. Jared Morellis. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. This is the longest running daily variety show on the planet. 1,836 days in a row. Second show of the day. Tomorrow I'll be back 1837. And I'm going to try to go get some rest. I'm freaking tired. Let me say goodnight to you if you're here on YouTube. Here we go. You got to go away. Guys, if you have not hit the like yet on YouTube, please smash that friggin' like. Please leave a comment after the show if you could do that. And remember that this community is a heartbeat that keeps beating every single day. And the heartbeat gets stronger when you join. And you're going to find that there are these amazing souls that show up here every day. Their names are Barella. Growing with Wally's with us. That's my brother. Leisure number 7. I think Wally's got a beat seat, right, Wally? Leisure number 7. Jacqueline Grace. Pamela Swan. S. Coop. Thank you so much for always sharing links with everybody and keeping people in the loop on BeatSeat, my invention.
And also, guys, just keep in mind, I'm a real estate agent. If you need any assistance, Jacqueline asked once for a lead. I'm not sure how that worked out. Modoc Roughstock, my brother. I'm not sure if you're still with us, but thank you for sending me your lead. You got your property on the market right now. I was glad to help out to find an agent for that. And my hope is to work with every single person that watches this show in a very, very laid-back capacity. All you have to do is reach out to me, and I'll do the legwork to find someone for you to interview. If you like them, you use them. If you don't, you don't. No big deal. But if you give me this shot to at least find someone for you, I appreciate that. And again, it's still, I always say, my best suggestion is to find 3 people that you're going to interview and let me find the 4th and see what you think. Oh, Growing with Wally loves his BeatSeat. It makes me so happy. You know, I can't wait to do a live jam session. I think what we're going to do here, if you guys are up for it one day, maybe Wally will get on and everybody who has a BeatSeat. Jacqueline's got a BeatSeat. I think, Jacqueline, you have a BeatSeat, right? Anna Treos has a BeatSeat. Christine Seidman has a BeatSeat. Tom Murphy has a BeatSeat. If everybody gets their BeatSeat and we do a Zoom jam, because now Zoom offers this thing where you can play with musicians, and this is something I would talk to you guys. If you know any other musicians out there that can play, that can really play, I want to interview them, and I want to do a jam. We're going to do a live song here. But I also want to do a Zoom with you guys. This is a call-in show in the mornings. So show up tomorrow morning, and you could call in. We could have a conversation, okay? We could talk about anything, whatever. It could be about the topics I'm talking about, or you could talk to me about my motivations, anything. Hey, I saw a show it's a year and a half ago you did, and this happened. I thought it was funny. Whatever. We could talk about anything you want. And I'd like to start doing more interacting with other people, other creators. So please, if you mod in any of their channels, let those creators know I'd like to have them on my channel. I'd be open to go on anybody's channel. I'll write songs, I'll do comedy, I'll do impressions, I'll say inspirational things, whatever, but I want to get out in 2024 and be on every single show in the world, and I want to have all those people on my show too. So interviews all week long, like that's my hope. So help me set it up. The interviews that we've had here, just so you guys understand how this works, the interviews we have had here were because of people in the chat. Sig Sauer got Flat Earth Dave. Sig Sauer got Brian from Dose of Reality. And also, we had that awesome, what's his name? Such an interesting name. I can't think of it right now. He was the alien dude. Remember we had him on for a chat? Rahishin. Remember him. You guys know what I'm talking about. We did the alien thing here too. So I want to have conversations about anything and everything. If you know any experts, if you have a show that's looking for guests, I will jump on anyone's show and do whatever they're looking for. Remember, monkey with the symbols and the hat. I got the hat on, but it's a better hat than the stupid hat that the monkey wears. Anyway, that's my piece. I'm sticking to it. So keep that in mind. Tomorrow, 8 hours from now, guys, Virginia, S. Coop, Pamela Swan, Mental Grace, Jacqueline, Leisured Upper Suburb, Growing with Wally, and Barella. If you guys can pop in the morning and say hello, I think they're great shows. I don't know if you guys will get a chance to watch the replays, either or, do one or the other if you can. And use that thumb, please. The more you interact with this show, the more people are going to find it. That's actually proven now. It's proven, because if you see what happened with the 1775 Bible, we had a bunch of people flood the show and subscribe, and all of a sudden, if you see, we're getting more views on my content. So that means it's working. Therefore, the people that do watch most, please watch more, please interact. And because I'm looking now, it's weird stuff, but it shows analytics, like how much time people are on average are spending watching my content, and they're not spending enough time. They're not. And I know people are out. That's why I say I can't do an hour and 33-minute shows, because no one's watching the hour and 33-minute show. They'll watch for 7 minutes, and that hurts my show. So I got to do shorter shows to make sure that the algorithm likes this show. And when I was doing those 4, 5, 6 hour shows, and I was already kind of working against the tide, I was really digging myself deeper into the shoreline. So at this point, we're on to something, obviously, with all the crazy stuff that's going on here. There's so much crazy stuff. All those feature films, the daily news that we're doing now, the music every single day, the comedy. This is as variety as you can get, and it's every day of the year. So I hope to see you guys in the AM. Oh, yes, Wally, thank you so much. You know what? I'm curious if you guys agree. But the morning show, I think, is important because positivity and inspiration to start the day is definitely something we should be excited about. So, thank you, S-Coop. I'm going to do that. I will see you guys in the morning. Until then, this is the longest running daily variety show, the Mark Inspire Show. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment and share. Thumbs it up if you haven't yet. And Joanne, stop wheezing.